Hey guys, so today I'm reviewing Miyagi season 1, episode 98, and this episode was a little bit slow, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm not mad at it because this week's episode has been on fire, so they deserve a little slow, close to the week. So I ain't really tripping over it. So let's just get right into the episode. So the episode starts off with Nicole and Danny catching up at the country club, and basically Nicole's basically telling Danny that Leslie tried to press charges on her, but Jacob ended up dropping the charges after receiving evidence that Leslie was BSing, and that she invited Samantha and Tyrell to lunch with her because she wanted to talk to them about the separation with Martin and Smitty, reassuring them that they're all good and they still got family and this and that and the third. So then um she's talking with Samantha and Tyrell, and basically they're just like, we want them to get back together. Can you convince them to get back together today? And that they feel like, they're hiding stuff from them. There's more to the story that they're letting on, and Nicole's just reassuring them that their parents love them, and anything they tell them is because they love them, and they're not keeping them in the dark, and this and that and the third. So then we'll get to Kat at the end. So then um Naomi and June are out, eating lunch, and June offers to pay for Naomi's lunch with Monopoly money. I thought that was funny. And basically, Naomi ends up paying for the lunch, but then, June ends up. So Haley shows up in the middle of their lunch, and basically, June ends up leaving, saying, she's about to go do what she do. So then, Haley interrupts their lunch and basically asks Naomi what's going on with Bill. Is Bill a murderer? Because she's overheard Bill and Nicole talking. So then, Naomi's basically just like, whatever Bill wants you to know, he'll let you know. That's your husband. I have no right to step in between a marriage and between two married couples. So whatever Bill wants you to know, he wants you to know. So then Haley goes back and tells Bill that as Bill what's been going on because she overheard, Bill and Nicole, and basically Bill gives her the runaround, not really the whole story, and basically he's like, whatever I don't tell you, Haley, is because I don't want to tell you, is because I don't want you to worry. And he's just like, you're right, Bill. I love you. So then, Pamela ends up coming to Danny's house, and basically she's trying to be nosy about the Martin situation. Danny gets her run around too about Martin and Smitty now terms, but she don't really tell her the whole story. So then she basically switches the subject and basically tells her about this modeling agency wanting her and this and that there. And Danny's basically in denial, like, no, they don't want me because I'm too old. I'm not as attractive as I was back then. And she's like, cut it out, this and that and there. And Danny's like, I don't know. So then Pamela invites Andre over to do a photo shoot, and they do the photo shoot, and it's a success. And Danny basically agrees to it, and it's a success. So then they end up doing the photo shoot, and it's good. So then Kat ends up calling Tomas over because they haven't finished business after what happened with the Eva situation. So then she calls Tomas over. They argue about Eva. He's basically like, oh, how do I know that, you're not just trying to get with me to get back at Eva? And she's like, why would I be trying to get with you to get back at Eva? That don't make sense, which doesn't make sense because they started talking before this whole Eva situation. But okay. Oh yeah, and before this, I'm sorry. Naomi and Jacob were at lunch talking, and basically Jacob found the address that was on June's photo, and Naomi's going to go to the house to see who that is. So then back to the situation. So then Kat and Tomas are like arguing whatever, and then they end up kissing, and then he ends up asking her. She ends up saying he can take her virginity, and they end up having sex. So Tomas takes Kat's virginity, and I don't know how I feel about that because Tomas is a no down dirty dog. So I feel bad for Kat that she just gave up her virginity to this man, and I feel bad for Kat. I can't believe I'm disappointed that the writers did that because I'm like, damn, like Kat deserves better to get her virginity taken by a man like this. But cool, it happened. We can't take it back. And it is what it is. And that's how the episode ended. So, like I said, it was a cute little ending to the week. Nothing major. But, I'll see you guys next week for episode 99.